Hey guys, DarksyDex here, and I am going to be giving you guys my video review of Rainblood Chronicles Mirage. You play as two characters. There's two heroes in this game. One's named Soul and the other's named Shang. They're two swordsmen in an organization called Cabal. The story is literally something like their enemies are all currently in one place, and this is their opportunity to kill them. The storyline is completely forgettable if that little description wasn't enough for you. I actually had to read the Steam description to get the story, because when I was playing the game, I literally was not paying attention to it, because when I play action games, I just disregard the story completely. It's one of my big flaws. I don't care about the story, but I just threw it in there because it sounds good for an introduction. So a couple of the features in the game are like very actually, you know what, I like to explain it really well, like Devil May Cry 2D has the stylish combo systems right down to the E, D, C, you know, like the rating system as you get higher combos, and it actually has the meter that fills up and slowly declines as you stagnate in your combos or get hit or whatever. So it's actually pretty much just like Devil May Cry in that sense. It has beautiful Eastern-inspired 2D graphics. And on top of the combo system, it has tag team attacks because you can switch out your hero at any, well, not any time. There's a cooldown for it. But the tag team combos kind of reminded me a little bit of Marvel vs. Capcom. Like you'd be going in there, bam, 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 knock them into the air, bam, 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 and then switch out and just keep on going, bam, bam, bam. It's really cool. Both heroes, Soul and Shang, have distinctively different combat styles. They actually to bring back the Devil May Cry, they kind of reminded me of Dante and Virgil. One of them has actually like an evasion move, kind of like the Trickster style, and you use the evasion to counter attacks and stuff. And then the other character actually reminds me a bit of Virgil, right down to he has like, you can summon light swords that go around you and can use them as defense or use them as ranged weapons and all this other stuff. So it's actually, again, another, I think this game had to be inspired somehow by Devil May Cry. Both characters have white hair too. I'm not complaining either, especially after DMC that we got this year. I'm pretty happy that this game is like, oh, it's like a Devil. Okay, great, it's like Devil May Cry. So yeah, they have two distinct styles. Jumping into the game, you're going to be hit with 4 levels of difficulty. The first level of difficulty is pretty manageable. When you play as Shang, he's very defensive. You can always hit the up button to get the swords to shield you. So for the most part, you can pretty much take it on. It's not, I am not having a terribly difficult time with it, but it could be harder for some of you folks out there. I'm not too sure, but I don't think it's that hard. The game isn't terribly long. It took me about 4 to 5 hours to beat it, but that's not a problem to me. I love replayability. I love that old school sit down in a sitting, beat the game, and then just kind of go back and do what you forgot to do, tackle harder difficulties, try out different styles, speed runs, stuff like that. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. So replayability, shorter game time is just, that's me. I love that. Like Platinum Games does this a lot, like Vanquish, very short games, but you can just kind of bang them out and play them over and over again. And that's what I like. I hate games that are like 60 hours long, but you don't touch them after that again. You know what I mean? The levels of difficulty and stuff like that always make a game more playable. And not to mention, there's actually, again, bringing it back to Devil May Cry, there's a mode similar to Bloody Tower after you beat the game. If you just want to go in there and go survivor mode and just fight and fight and fight and just train your abilities, you can just freaking do that for as long as you want. And speaking of training, there's actually a training mode too, because actually there are a lot of in-depth combos in this game and plenty of stuff to learn and figure out. So, and if you want to keep getting those S rankings, it's good to hit up the training. Also, there's customization options by purchasing accessories and stuff like that for the characters, and each one isn't locked into like one set of accessories. Like Soul could have 3 different accessories, and Shang has 3 other accessories. As a matter of fact, you can't even duplicate the accessories, so you have to customize them differently. But that's fine, because since they play differently, you're going to want to do different things, have different styles for each character. Kind of like you want to make sure one style will be contrasting the other one. That way you can handle any situation. That's really what it comes down to, is balancing your character builds. And on top of that, you could buy new combos, kind of like, you know, any action game of this sort, by just buying the combo or whatever, and then eventually you can upgrade them and stuff like that. I didn't even talk about the counter-attacking, but I'll actually jump into that later. I just want to finish up the features real quick. There's local multiplayer, which I know a lot of people are like, local multiplayer, but I'm like, if I had a friend, I would love to do local multiplayer. I love beat 'em up local multiplayer. Like, takes me back to my Double Dragon 2 days. So if you got a friend unlike me, got a friend in me. So you could grab a friend, one of you Soul and the other one's Shang. There you go. Boom, good to go. And like I said, the game isn't too long. There's only 8 levels. Each level takes about, depending on it, probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour to complete. Again, about 4 to 5 hours, depending on how in-depth you are, how much exploring you're going to do, or how many of the, don't let the caca chest get away. God damn it, I let the caca chest get away. But anyway, that's not the point. Don't let that caca chest get away. That's what I'm talking about. And last but not least, if you're into the whole achievement hunting thing, there's trophies in game that you can get. Unfortunately, they're not linked to the Steam account, but there's still something to shoot for while you're playing and something more for completionists to do if that's your cup of tea. So I'm going to jump right into the pros of the game real quick here. The game makes you feel like a badass from the minute you start playing. Now, I'm a huge fan of like super whacked out anime combat. I'm like, yeah, fast, everything's moving around, people are teleporting, oh my god, instantaneous transmission. That's my shit. So combat's really slick. The counter attacks are super satisfying to pull off when you just kind of like turn into phantom mode and you bam, 9,999 damage. People are dying all over the place. It's wicked, it's satisfying, it's fun. There's no other way to explain it. I really enjoy the combat in this game. I haven't really had a nice deep action game to play in a long time, and this game has really been giving me what I want. It's giving me what I want. The music is pretty good, but the only issue I have with the music is that there's not enough music. Like, the music that's there is good, but some of the stages recycle some of the tracks from other stages. But I guess that's not the hugest problem in the world, but it is a problem. The sound effects are top notch. I have no problem with the sound effect. Everything's good. The enemies aren't annoying. You know, that's all good. Sometimes they grunt and stuff, but it's never overbearing like in Ninja Gaiden 3 with like, it's the fucking ninja! It's the fucking ninja! Every 5 minutes, it's the fucking ninja! Shut the fuck up with the fucking ninja, you fucking idiot. The bosses are varied and interesting looking, and some of them are downright funny looking, and just those two. Woo, I'd like to seal my legacy in them. Now, if we want to talk about something that's the worst part about the game, but in my opinion might just be the best part of the game, the translation. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. The translation is just laughably bad. Like, you will have if you just come in here not worried about the story and you just want to read some funny shit, just jump into this game and get ready for freaking action. It's like a script I would write. It's just so silly. It kind of like, think Black Dynamite or Riccio, the story of Ricky. It's on that level of bad translation. It's just laughably bad. I like to call this so bad it's good, like a lot of Van Damme movies. So again, that just comes down to the whole story is lacking nonsense. So if you're looking for a story, just don't look here because you won't even be able to understand it. And yeah, that's a quick review for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Check this game out if you like fast action games, if you like deep narratives and complex characters. And oh, I almost forgot, the level design is nice and varied. Forests, sewers, places, boats, etc. Just want to throw that in. But yeah, if you want deep and compelling stories, novels of the Shakespearean kind, you won't find that here, so I'm sorry. But if you like fast, badass action, you best be checking out Rainblood Chronicles Mirage, because this shit is off the hizzy. Anyway, that's Darksy Dex. Don't forget to check out my new podcast. Don't forget to check out my channel for more reviews and Let's Plays. Everything you need all in one place, Darksy Dex. See you guys next time.